What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. How's everybody doing today? Happy Friday. This is your stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Folks, I also have some great news to announce. Tonight at 7 o'clock, I'll be announcing the winner of a $100 free Amazon gift card. If you'd like to enter the giveaway and win the $100 free Amazon gift card, all that you have to do is subscribe to my channel, click the notifications bell, and give this video a like. Remember guys, that on this channel, I always provide you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check information. So be sure to watch my videos to find out who wins the $100 giveaway.
And that's exactly what we'll do. Republicans are here, ready to work, ready to make sure that we get business back open again. We get kids back in school, and we get a vaccine to every person who wants one across America. To me, that is a unity agenda. To me, that's the priority that Americans want to see coming out of Washington. You can't achieve that if you tell people to go home and not work. You can't achieve that if your focus is more on the Paris Accord, ending a Keystone pipeline. Those are not the achievements that I think America wants to see out of Washington.
A third stimulus check is likely, with Joe Manchin now in support of getting more money out. That's according to this article from Newsweek. Now, if you guys didn't remember, Joe Manchin was once totally against passing $2,000 direct payments. He did not want to pass any stimulus checks of $2,000. He said it would be a total waste of money.
With that, let's take some questions.
Now your conference right now seems to be like in a complete split, because you have the Freedom Caucus members are already circulating a petition to call on your conference chairwoman to resign from her post, and you have the Democrats who are calling for a censure of at least 2 members right now. Will your conference come together to stand behind those 2 members who are being called on to be censured? And where are you right now as far as the leadership is concerned, since there is a split as far as you guys are concerned on impeachment? Is there going to be any unity whatsoever going forward into this Congress?
You know, what's different within our party and maybe with others, people have difference of opinion. We will have a conference next week. We won't air it to the public, but we'll answer the questions everybody has. This is the same leadership team with the ranking members and others that came 5 seats away from winning a majority when everybody in America thought we were going to lose 20 seats. Yes, we allow differences of opinion inside our conference. They're welcomed. But I think there's questions that need to be answered, style in which things were delivered. At the end of the day, we will unify because our policies are right, which will unify us around.
Now, Manchin was the only Democrat who strongly objected to a proposal to increase the recent $600 stimulus checks to $2,000. Everyone tell me in the comments down below, will Joe Manchin hold back your third stimulus check? Now on January 8th, Joe Manchin told the Washington Post that he would absolutely not be willing to increase direct payments. He would not push for targeted relief and stressed that vaccinations should take priority.
Materials and tech, all down. There you see defensive groups like Staples, which have been lagging, holding up relatively better than the rest of the sector. All of the reopening stuff, Carl mentioned the Carnival, but the travel stocks, the oil stocks, Apache, one of the bellwethers down, REITs like Simon Property Group down. This is the reopening story. So the situation is, remember the big 3 of in terms of narratives that keeps the market holding up. All 3 of them a little tougher today. So on the stimulus, there's a lot more talk that maybe $1 trillion stimulus is more likely than $2 trillion stimulus. There's a lot of discussion on the vaccine rollout and concerns about some of these new strains may not be the vaccine may not be as effective in some of these strains. We have to determine that. It's not clear, but there are some questions. And the effect of this is that the reopening may be a little farther out than anticipated. This is not terribly surprising. We knew about these possibilities, but remember, the market's at this height. There is very little room for error.
But this past Tuesday, Joe Manchin changed his mind and told Inside West Virginia Politics that we got to get more money out. The senator still reiterated his push for targeted payments and continued to insist that relief shouldn't be given to those that don't need it, but also acknowledged that making checks targeted could be difficult. In a statement, he said, "We have people, basically, that didn't need this. I wish somebody, my neighbor, would have gotten more. They needed more than I needed. So all of that type of stuff. And if we can't get that targeted, is there a way to target it? Maybe there's not, but we gotta get more money out.
Do we have growing pains? Yes, we will. But we will do it in our private manner of a conference that we hold every time, and we'll have it next week. Yes, sir.
Liz Cheney to remain as conference chair or no?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Let's see if you change questions this year.
Well, after the rioters came into the Capitol on January 6th, you voted to overturn the results in Pennsylvania and Arizona. You also signed on to that Texas lawsuit to invalidate the elections. You waited until a couple of weeks ago to declare that Joe Biden won the election. Given the violence that we saw, do you regret the role you played in any way in sowing doubt about the election?
Look, I denounce any violence. Denounce it that day, denounce it now. I denounce it in the summer. I denounce what happened last night in Portland and Seattle as well. I'm very consistent. What I voted on wasn't to overturn an election because it wouldn't. It would not overturn. What I signed on to amicus was the exact same question that you did, a constitutional question about did a legislature have the right or did the legislature actually move through to make any changes? This is the same thing that has happened in the last 3 presidential elections. It's the same thing that Nancy Pelosi said on the floor when she said this is democracy, we should debate it. It's different than when Jim Clyburn voted to overturn Ohio, which you'd say, because that would change the outcome of the presidential election. So let's be very clear on what we did. If mine was based upon policy and principle, yes, I would stay the course. I've always denounced whatever individuals did here, what they did in the summer, and what they did last night. That's un-American, that's undemocratic, and anybody involved in that should be prosecuted. I've been very, very clear about that from day one. So thank you.
Why didn't you
What
comment
else?
earlier and say that the election was free and fair?
Go right ahead.
As a follow-up to his question,
Yes.
Are you concerned about fundraising this quarter now that dozens of corporate PACs have said that they're not going to support people who objected to the Electoral College results?
Not at all.
Now, Biden recently unveiled his American Rescue Plan, which will include a third check of $1,400, in addition to the $600 stimulus payments issued last month. Democrats do hold a slim majority in the House. After Georgia runoff winners, John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock are sworn into the Senate on Wednesday afternoon. The upper chamber will be split 50-50 between the two parties, and Kamala Harris will have the deciding vote. Now, over the past month, Senate Majority Leader Mitch MCConnell has repeatedly blocked a standalone vote for more checks, but the incoming Senate Majority Leader, Chuck Schumer, will soon be the lawmaker who decides the bills that reach the floor. Everybody tell me in the comments down below, do you think that the new Senate Majority Leader, Chuck Schumer, is going to pass the stimulus bills and more stimulus checks of $2,000? That is all the news in today's video, everybody. I hope you folks found this video useful. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell. I truly appreciate everyone's amazing support. Until next time, have a great day and stay safe.